Yeah, I'm comfortable with this.
I honestly thought it was gonna be like one-on-one, but it's 5 of us and I'm kind of nervous.
This is more fun.
Yeah, this
Stelio looks
I agree.
presentable.
Yeah,
Well,
As always.
like X is the
Wait,
producer.
what is this for? Where's this going?
This is for
It's
my.
a casting couch.
yeah.
Hey, let me go get my good shirt.
Everybody got it. Everybody got it.
What is this for, X?
It's for my class project. It's a
No,
documentary.
it's not. You know what it's for.
Memories, I guess. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Pink? Are you gonna post this?
Just a video for the
Yeah,
girls,
it's
right?
gonna be-
Why does Tony have the sickest Zelda shirts? I don't understand.
Who cares
I
about
get these at
that?
cons.
I don't know. I want them like so bad. It's so bad.
He has a Switch on him right now.
Okay.
How
I'm so
could he not
jealous.
have his
He has
own
like the
shirt?
sickest Zelda
Huh?
shirts. I'm so jealous for him.
Okay, so who are you guys?
Sick flicks, sick flicks.
Bunch of assholes.
Bunch of
Bunch of assholes.
We haven't decided yet, but
It seems like we're sick flicks because we've been doing pretty sick flicks.
currently
Sick
we're
flicks.
6 clicks.
Yeah.
We
Currently,
Sick
in a moment.
crashes.
In a moment, we've been through a few stages, but so far we're sick flicks. 'Cause
we
it's
used
5 of
to
us
be
now.
the fuck ups.
No, we weren't.
Well, no.
It was the duo.
Team, no team.
It was the duet.
Actually, it was the Afro-Ruski.
Yeah, it was the Afro-Ruski something.
Yeah,
But then we met the white guy.
we
over
met
there.
Michael.
And then it became something. We Space Dust.
Yeah.
And then Marshall joined and kind of joined, not really, kind of joined us, started driving with us.
Yeah.
And it became nobody knows what. But now we got
Team,
Lawrence
no
on-
team.
Now, yeah, team, no team.
Yeah.
Now we got Lawrence on board, and this is what we needed. Lawrence is what's up.
Okay, dog.
And make sure to speak up a little bit louder so that the camera.
Okay.
You're fine, Alex.
I've been speaking pretty loud, yes.
How am I doing?
You're a little quiet.
How
Yeah.
you doing?
Well, he doesn't have like a mic that sits right here, so we have to speak louder.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put everything on the video?
I'm gonna cut it if you.
Obviously, he's gonna cut your bullshit out.
I mean, I could put the whole thing straight through if you want
He's literally
for
gonna
you.
cut everything but the part where I say, obviously, he's gonna cut your bullshit out.
You know,
He knows.
What words are to be edited out?
probably cuss words.
Cuss words, obviously.
Oh,
don't say
well
that.
then
Clearly, don't.
we need
I'll-
to redefine the way that we communicate.
No, you can communicate the same. I'll just bleep it.
I don't think we can communicate the same if you're saying we can't
I'll just
swear.
blur your face.
Hey, Michael.
I assume you were going to do that anyway.
Hey, fuck you, Michael.
Just have the black
If
power
Alex is
over
telling you
Michael's
to
face.
talk the most, then shouldn't you be in the middle? Right?
No, this is
the order.
This is
We
the order.
agreed.
They don't. I feel like the only way
It makes the most
appreciate
sense.
that is if you tell
Listen,
them,
Michael, let me
"This
fucking
is the
explain this
order."
to you.
We're sponsored by
1,
IPAs.
2, 3, 4.
Sponsor us.
Why
Product
place
placement.
eight, so I guess.
I didn't go.
Yeah. Well, it's not about qualifying.
I need custom panels. Sponsor me.
Oh,
Water
this,
panels,
oh,
please.
this is a promotional video for a sponsorship.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. We're gonna need some money, alcohol, and as much fun
Fucking house, a big house.
Oh, not even a house.
Yeah, in the garage and like.
A shipping container next to.
Hold on, before anybody continues.
Is it a list of demands or is it
Hold
a
on, hold on.
sponsorship?
We as a team have a question to the guy who was taking an interview.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have a set of questions?
It's in my head.
It's improvised. Okay, cool.
Cool.
Yeah,
Go for
of
it.
course. So,
Tyler is the first one.
how many times have you guys been to Medford for the Drift event?
This is my second time. Sadly.
Unfortunately, the same.
This is my third time here.
This is my first time here, and I really enjoyed myself.
This is my first time as well.
Sit down.
And
Sick flicks?
Elaborate.
Yeah.
Elaborate on it, Michael. How do you feel about your first time out of here?
It's good times. You know,
yeah, how much did you drive?
a lot.
Holy, yeah.
The most.
That doesn't explain to the people who are watching this.
A lot of driving. I would say 2 days of driving.
Yeah.
It seems
Oh,
like
How much rubber did you burn?
went through 8 tires.
6 foot stuff.
8 tires, probably spent like, I don't know, there were periods of time where I was in the car for 2 hours, just fucking going lap after lap.
Looking like a gorilla.
Looking like a
Give
bunch
me that.
of tire
Give me
dust
that.
caked on my face,
Yeah.
which is what happened.
Well, you did not waste your time, I can tell you that.
It's my first time here. I had a lot of run time, and I told my car. So, you know, it's cool.
It's fun though, right?
Yeah, it was fun. It was great.
Marshall? Tell us
Yeah.
about your third time here. How was that?
Well, it's pretty much working on my car most of the time. Yeah, I mean, I got some good runs in, but just a lot of being sick of working on the car. You know, it was pretty fun. So happy I came out.
I want to follow up with that. I just want to say, best 2 fucking days of my life. I'm holding up 3 fingers, but I meant to hold up 2. Go ahead, Shelly.
Yeah, I was sick.
Sick, dude.
Yeah.
It was sick, dude.
I mean, yeah.
Fuck story. I would like to elaborate on my
No,
story.
fuck him. It's my turn now. You know what? I was fixing my car a lot, but you know what? For the times that I was driving, apparently there was no complaints, except for the last run.
That's the only one that mattered.
Yeah. Well. Otherwise.
This is where X pastes in, like
Said
the
video.
3 seconds of like me crashing into you and getting hit, and like we're getting whiplashed, and then that's it.
Yeah. Well,
Cutscene.
Yeah. Paste said video here.
Are you retarded?
Are you? Yes. Are you retarded? Are you retarded? Are you fucking retarded?
Yeah.
we had-
But anyway,
Are you blipping retarded?
a lot of fixing of cars. Well, I mean, I didn't really fix my car because it's still broken technically. Yeah. Just. Yeah. Sick flick stock.
Yeah, Medford was cool. Everyone's really,
We're coming back next year.
yeah, we'll come back.
Yeah, and we're not gonna get the same spotter.
Yeah. Fuck that spotter dog.
Yeah, dude.
No, not anymore.
Smart sucks dick.
Oh,
man.
Straight
sucks blip.
Sucks blip.
Sucks dick.
Yeah.
No.
What if
That's
he?
not for shit.
What if
Straight to
he?
the
What
point.
if he's in X's class?
Huh?
I'm just suggesting.
Fuck you.
You know what?
Shades, it is true.
Hey, you know, rather not be talking behind his back, right? Telling him straight up.
I just want to point out something. When these guys are complaining that I'm being an asshole, but yet,
Dude,
I
Lawrence
hope
is the nicest guy
y'all.
here.
I'm gonna be an asshole. You suck at spotting, dude.
The nicest guy out here says that.
Dude, why
I
are you
didn't
taking
even say
this
that.
as an opportunity to fucking be your forum to like complain to this person that's
That's okay. We're
Not.
gonna post this.
We will.
this video?
we are going to. It is gonna be a thing. I'm gonna get drunk as blip
Find him on Facebook
instead of yes,
let's fucking
and I will post
But
something about
that's
that.
cool.
let's
Let's
keep warrior this shit.
Oregon has that track is pretty sick.
I came over-
Everybody else is very hospitalized.
Hospitalized? I mean, I'm not sure they're hospitalized.
Hospital.
Shit.
But
Hospitable.
Hospitable.
Very,
but
very,
hospitality was on point.
Yeah, everyone's very
Hospitable.
generous. Everyone in Oregon is very generous.
Good people in general,
Good people.
definitely,
And, yeah,
Except the spotter.
Yeah, I come back. I come back for sure.
but not for a spotter though.
Yeah.
Not for the spotter.
Assuming that they would allow 5 Californians to cross the border in a year
Again.
from now. Yeah. Oregon people.
I mean, after they see the video of you jumping up the roof, it's done, bro.
no one has to know about that.
I just want
Well-
to say that overall it was a great event, but as far as people following the rules that were set out to them for the drivers, yeah, it wasn't really enforced as as.
Is that like next week? Is that how you're gonna reflect on the weekend? Like, you know what? The weekend was okay. You know, I just wish people would follow the rules more.
You know what?
Like
Yes,
that's what you're saying.
I do agree
Yeah,
because
like, what?
people not following the rules made the event shitty.
Alex, what's your takeaway? Is it how people weren't following the rules?
My take
I
on
mean,
this is that
technically, you guys were following.
No one was following the rules.
the person. First of all, don't
We're
bring
supposed
me
to
into
line up
this.
with the pit line. Don't just fucking go
Don't
through the exit.
don't bring me into this
Every
one.
fucking time.
Stop.
I feel like drifting inherently is not following the rules.
I was like, first of all, that is not true. Second of all, I would like to point out that the person who was not following the rules, at least
most of the time,
a lot of the times,
much of the time.
is complaining about other people not following the rules.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's a bit hypocritical, man.
I haven't seen Sally line up in the correct line the whole time.
I know.
Example?
I was. There's
Dude,
plenty.
all day when you're in the tandem line by yourself, and I was next to you, and you like kept going, and I'm
By
like
yourself,
waiting
yeah.
in this slow ass line
I want-
Nobody was there.
because
so
no
what?
one was tandeming.
Well, too bad.
Oh my god.
I was ready to tandem with whoever was behind me.
No, because if I pulled that,
No, you
like
weren't.
one.
No, you weren't.
One. No.
You were next to me though.
Okay,
So.
okay.
No.
I just want to say something.
If any of
That's
those
for
things pull up.
this one's for the camera.
It's awful.
Everybody here is a fucking hypocrite. Okay? Like especially this guy, the most.
Oh, fuck.
Nobody, not a single person here was following the rules this weekend. But we survived.
Are you saying all people?
That's what matters.
Or all people in this room?
I'm just saying,
All people in this room did not follow the rules.
yes.
I
But-
follow stuff.
You broke the rules multiple
I
times.
broke the rules,
So
yes.
why are you gonna complain about other people breaking the rules?
I feel like
If you're gonna follow every single rule to the fucking point, I understand you're gonna like complain about other people.
what rules have I broken?
Walk the fuck away. I don't care.
Actually, I'm not done with my injuries.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Alright, go ahead.
You're
I'm
actually
saying,
so dramatic.
I'm just saying that some people were not being safe. Is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, all people
Saved by
had
what?
fucking
Doing
fire
burnouts?
extinguishers strapped between their legs.
Dude, there's people
So
in the
it's-
pits
you
over
know, it's
there.
a-
And they were like driving out hella fast and doing rolling
I know.
burnouts and all that stuff. And wire spikes getting stuck.
We were-
And not drinking while drifting.
We broke the less rules. Everyone broke the worst rules.
Questionable.
Yeah.
We did not break
I mean-
we broke the rules that nobody could really see.
Yeah.
We were being no. We were being
the safest
We were being
breaking
discreet.
No, that can't be
shut
true.
up. We were being discreet about breaking the rules.
Oh my, well that's,
Other people were being super obvious about breaking rules and they were not being kicked off.
is
which
that
they should have
how,
been.
is that what we should be complaining about?
No?
How
Dude,
they should be doing a
there's
better
people-
He
job?
started this conversation.
They
there
should be
was
doing a
people
better job.
fucking
Like,
drifting where people are lining up.
oh yeah, that sucks.
Like,
I don't
what?
appreciate- I don't appreciate that.
This turned from the interview into a fucking discussion between five of us about how there was.
I'm not
Fucking
gonna
rules
lie.
broken.
I drifted into the start line.
Come on,
I did not. I did not.
Let's cut the whole section out.
These did not. These niggas did not.
I'm not gonna hit nobody.
I would-
These people.
I would
did not.
argue that drinking and driving, maybe perhaps
First of all,
on a
why are you
slight
talking
scale-
about this?
Because we're talking about breaking rules.
Who was drinking?
Who was drinking?
Hey, nobody was drinking. I was drinking. I was drinking water,
I
dude.
wasn't drinking shit. Dude.
I was drinking water the
I was
whole day.
drinking
We were
You
just
drinking?
talking about breaking the rules.
Yeah, we didn't say what rules.
You did.
I
There
did
was no
not.
rules
I
to
did,
say no
I did
drinking
not
beer.
mention once anything until you started talking.
Wow.
Yeah,
Michael.
so yeah, go ahead. Tell the people on YouTube
down.
what kind of fucking rules we
Calm
broke.
down, Michael. Calm down.
Good
We
shit.
didn't break any rules.
We didn't break shit.
We just went to
I
work.
think you
There you
just
go.
bleep that whole section out.
We broke the rules that
He was
could have.
Clearly, none of this is gonna be.
We broke the rules that caused less harm to the event.
Ax just said none of this is gonna be an interview. So like, we might as well just skip. to
Next
the
question.
It's
main
occurred
part.
to me that no one's willing to admit that they were drinking and driving, so.
Nobody was drinking
Alright.
We
until
were
right now.
smoking and driving.
Don't look at me.
Whatever.
Anyway,
So-
obviously I did.
So let's go over broken parts.
Oh god.
Start. We'll start from the left.
Yeah, please,
Still,
please do.
My left or your left?
It's my left.
Who's
You.
left?
Dude, I didn't break anything.
Make sure to speak up.
I didn't break anything. I mean, my engine's been broken. I just haven't fixed it.
What about the?
I broke it myself. It was completely my fault.
I'm not sure if Stella wants to elaborate on that, but what is actually happening is that
There was too much sauce in my engine.
the sauce was
Sauce.
overflowing,
Too
bro.
much sauce, man. Too much
There was so much sauce, and the only reason there was so much sauce in his engine is because it was already fucking broken. It was already broken before, and nobody took care of that. And the sauce was coming out the whole weekend. Too much sauce,
Too much sauce, dog.
can't drive.
I was sweating horsepower, dog.
Yep.
You know, the sauce has never usually been a problem. This event had a lot of sauce. One might say that people got lost in sauce.
Sauce up the butt.
Lost in sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically I had a sprinkler under my hood.
There was sauce everywhere.
Basically that.
If I recall correct,
Put it
at
in
some
easier
point
words.
we were drifting in the middle of the track while I was riding a passenger, and I was like, "Shut it down! There's water all over your window." There wasn't water all over your window.
It was a sprinkler.
It was coming out from everywhere.
Car was too hot. Quite literally. Sprinkler
So,
system came on.
What do you think is going to cost you to fix that?
Dude, I don't know. Wait, what?
I mean, your sprinkler.
A sprinkler? Well, it is clearly broken. I would guesstimate, about 500. 500.
That's it.
Give or
Pretty
take.
cheap.
Give or take.
That's not bad.
I mean, I'm being generous.
What
Depends
did you,
what I wanna do.
Seems like you had a good weekend.
Yeah.
what'd you break, Alex?
Oh man.
What did you break, dog?
You
What did I
shit,
break?
You didn't break anything.
I did not break.
Oh,
Somebody broke the shit for us.
I dropped off course. Immediately did not bend any wheels, control arms, none of the suspension, anything. I overheated my car at least 20 times minimum, and no problem there. The only thing that I broke is my frame.
Well, you didn't break
Oh,
it.
I didn't break it. I mean, a freight train wrecked me from the back, collapsing my frame. So, I mean, I would guesstimate probably $1,000 at least fixing that.
Insert video here.
Yeah, insert video here.
Are you retarded?
Are you retarded? Yeah. Was totally worth it.
yeah.
Can't complain. I mean, not that particular situation. Can complain. But overall, the weekend can't complain. Great. Go.
So yeah, I broke a lot of parts.
Yeah, where to start?
It's gonna be a 30-minute video right now.
Should we break it down in a presentation?
Should we just come back?
Can I create like
PowerPoint right here.
Yeah.
Pops out with like
We
all
go
the
to the
bullets.
projector? Like shit. Oh, okay.
Make it easy
Well,
for the
okay. It
viewers.
started out with the alternator and the belts were flying off. The bad alternator. The fan was bad. It was pulling too many amps, so I was having all kinds of electrical issues. I fixed it all on the track. Got stuff locally. Just patched it together to keep running. And everything was okay, but on Sunday got a little too ambitious with my runs. Went off the track a few times. Went off really bad. I had a set of tires. I wasn't checking the tires after each run. They got too hot. All the tread came off them, and I just went straight off the track into a bunch of tires and banged up the car a little bit. But no big deal. Got pulled out by a truck. Got back on the track. Was back out there a few runs later after the competition. I was following these guys. We were first time I think first time of that day we were out, all 4 cars in a tandem, and at the starting line we had a little accident, and there were a lot of parts that I needed to change now. So yeah, a lot of mechanical things as well in my car that are broken, including axles, gearbox. And a lot of body panels. So, yes, that's.
Insert video here.
Yeah.
Are you retarded?
Well, what did you break?
I didn't break shit. My car is fine.
Yeah.
My car's great.
Okay.
I didn't break shit, dude. My car's great.
Sick, dude.
Is that your?
No, I broke a radiator, but nice Medford people found me another one. I broke an
Amazing
axle.
Medford people.
Yeah, amazing Medford people. I broke an axle. I had a spare one. Car drove great till Sunday. I smashed into Marshall, and then I broke my brand new radiator that the
A car?
careful people of Medford got me. I broke my air cooler. I broke my bash bar. I broke my oil cooler. I broke
Hood?
my engine tensioner. I broke my hood. I broke.
It's a lot of breaking down.
Your heart?
My car's fucked. But I had a great time. It was great.
Sick,
And I'm not complaining. So it was going to be a last event for my Transient anyway. So it was a good way to. Not really a good way.
Send it.
That was the way to end it.
Yeah,
It's basically.
It
My car's
was,
done.
it was a nice send off,
Yeah,
dude.
it was nice send off.
That was not a nice end.
Oh, I broke my hood pins.
Your car's not dead yet.
No?
Chill.
But engine and transmission and suspension, everything's still intact. Everything that broke was can be replaced and will be replaced. It doesn't matter. So that's about it. Michael,
What did you break?
didn't break shit.
Let's see. Well, I mean, there was a bit of chasing around the plastic panels here or there.
Oh.
I feel like I didn't really do anything too crazy, but I popped off a whole lot of zip ties and my fucking shit just went flying. And then, yep, that's about it. Just kept zip tying bumpers back on just to make them fly off again. Other than that, pretty uneventful. Had a fucking had a time this weekend. It's
What
been
happened
sick.
to your exhaust?
fuck it, man.
Oh
I don't even know.
yeah, dude.
Dude, I'll tell you what happened to the exhaust. It got lost. What?
His exhaust
Huh?
just fell off the car. It didn't get lost in the sauce. It just fell off the car.
No, you didn't even let me finish my thought. My thought was that the exhaust got lost in the sauce.
No, his exhaust
That's what happened.
fell off the car.
sauce.
His exhaust fell off the car. It didn't lost.
No, it was just dragging on the fucking ground. You know, unknown reasons. But it was just fucking hanging there. So we removed that promptly, and then basically continued the weekend without a muffler, which I'm sure everyone in the general area appreciated.
And I bet it was great.
I had a
Did
great
you
time.
feel like you were able to hear and feel your car more?
I felt like it was louder.
Yes. And you were able to hear it, right?
Well,
Also,
I think anyone
Michael
within-
qualified for
I don't
top
think
16
I don't think he's
competition.
thinking about that yet.
That he didn't.
That's because you lost the exhaust.
I don't remember if that happened
Yeah.
before or after the
Yeah,
qualifying.
it did. Shut up.
I don't know.
It did.
Well,
It did.
Cool.
It did.
Anyway, so yeah, pretty uneventful. Saw off the track a little bit, nothing too crazy.
Oh
except
no,
for-
no.
Well, no.
Except the tire that you launched like 20 feet up in the air.
Well, basically,
Insert video?
The only time it would really matter. The
Is
whole
there a video about
during,
that?
during
He
competition?
hasn't.
Well, yeah, I have. We will.
Why don't
Are you
We
retarded?
will.
need
Is
to
there?
do that.
Yeah.
Yep. So yep, the only time the whole weekend it would have mattered for me to not fly off the track, I definitely just bought a ticket to the moon and just met that same mountain of tires that
Rocket Man.
Marshall met up with. Same weekend. We both
Oh,
came
do we have a
pretty
video about that?
pretty
Because
familiar
we're
with that
already
pile
here.
of tires.
That's Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
The rocket.
Picked up the multiple pieces of my bumpers, they tied back together, called it a day,
Moonman.
kept driving.
Moonman. That was the song.
Gonna drive home, like 400 miles after this. So,
Fine time.
can't wait to do that.
No, I don't remember.
So,
Sorry to interrupt your
Be
train of
louder.
thought, but I also fucked up my wheels. For my
Oh my
daily-
God.
Oh, wow.
My God.
Wow.
Where?
He scratched his rim. That's a big deal. Did you see my frame?
Dude,
Or his frame?
those wheels came from my daily driver.
My frame's fine.
I feel like
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's just my core support. And
Y'all see my frame?
yeah,
Sick flicks
Sick flicks. Might as well be fuck ups.
Yeah.
Anywho, like I was saying before I get interrupted, I fucked up the wheels that I usually use on my daily driver, and now I have to sell them.
Yeah?
So it's for sale, $1,000.
Oh, wow. Too bad this is not your daily driver. But that is my daily driver. That doesn't have a frame
I
anymore.
don't have
What
a
class is this for? You're learning fucking web development. What the fuck is this for?
they make us do this shit. It's a requirement.
Well, my
Making-
daily
making
driver is a
content?
bicycle, so.
Cool.
Moving
So to
on.
be seen.
Question number 3.
Alright, so who went for qualifiers and who couldn't?
Well, let me start right there.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that I suck.
Oh, hold on. Cut. Cut scene. Cut scene. You gotta first of all explain what the hell was even going on this
Oh,
weekend.
that's true.
Because like none of us knew until the last minute.
Hold on, let me get another one. Anyone else?
Please.
I feel like these questions maybe should have been like,
Floor, Michael.
Well, X wasn't prepared, but I don't blame him.
I mean,
There was
this
no
is
game.
like,
I want one, please.
honestly, I feel bad for you because you're gonna have to edit this together. And by the way,
No, you're gonna have to.
none of our conversations are coherent at all. We ramble. None of this makes any sense.
You're literally
Nobody
gonna have to,
knows
like-
what we're talking about.
You're gonna have to
They
get out,
understand
like,
that there were cars. and
half of
crashes,
his
and that's all.
bullshit,
Half of my bullshit.
half of everybody.
They're gonna understand you going into the
For
tires.
all they know, we went to a
open
fucking Kentucky Derby and just started like smashing into each other. Like they have no idea.
No.
Which is really not too far from the truth,
Throw this on.
for being honest.
Pass it over.
Do you have video of him running on the tires?
Dude, I have a video. He has a video. I'm pretty sure everyone on the goddamn internet has a video of me running into that pile of tires.
I'm just saying, I'm really excited to see
What
this
about
video.
me doing back into this?
How long is this video gonna be?
What about me doing back
Probably
into
just like
those
5-10
tires?
minutes.
I only saw the aftermath. I didn't actually see it happen.
I'll,
Were you recording?
I'll post the entire interview though,
Awesome, cool. Hold on, waiting for stuff.
for keepsakes.
Throw that shit away, Nate. This is gonna be part of the video right here.
Yes.
This,
Yeah,
this
if
must
anyone,
be them.
If anyone knows anyone from
Cheers.
Nigga!
Do it!
Yeah.
Looking for a sponsorship from Tim
Oh
Barrel?
shit, that was an accident.
No. Y'all saw what he did there, right?
It's up.
He hit the top of my. No.
Oh my god, it's up.
This is very gentle. Oh my god, don't do that. Oh hell no.
Just saying. Gotta return the favor.
I remember Thomas did that to you one time. You had the fucking choked it.
Yeah, that happened.
Fuck, dude. That was an
I
accident.
didn't understand what was going on. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Camera will show the truth.
I'm out of here.
Well,
Where you on, bro?
no more interviews
Yeah,
from
you're
the
on
black
a team
guy.
with a couple frat boys. You know that?
Well, we didn't qualify, so you didn't on time.
Oh, he's salty because he didn't.
Okay.
Wait, does that mean I should then?
No, wait.
Alex qualified, Michael qualified.
No. That's not how the story
We're
went.
getting ahead of ourselves.
Wait. We're getting to the starting point of this one.
So what happened
So,
was,
explain
first
how the
of all,
competition
I
works.
feel like the voice in the back
Give
of the
context.
camera should explain what actually happened this weekend.
right now.
In terms of like, oh,
What do you think happened?
a regular ass weekday turns out there's competition.
What do you think happened from a viewer's point of view?
Perspective, I guess.
What?
What do you think happened?
From a viewer's perspective.
Oh, yeah, see, this son of a bitch will just turn it around. on
We're interviewing you now.
Hold on, let's do this. I'll provide context and start to explain in general how the competition differs from like a race.
First of all,
People don't know what drifting is. And
how
then you're
does
gonna
it come around? How does it all started? I mean, this was supposed to be like a 2-day come out and have fun kind of day.
Okay.
And
then all of a sudden it's a competition.
like the 5 minutes, well not 5 minutes, but like the morning of,
Half of the day.
the morning of the day, we find out that there is gonna be a competition.
That's true.
How did that go?
Okay. So basically, what had happened was, my friends and I got all our shit together and drove super far to Medford because we were anticipating just sliding around and having a good time and not caring about anything, which I guess is basically what happened. But also, when we got there, they were like, "Oh, also by the way, like." There's this competition and your fucking pride is on the line.
Friendly
And then-
competition.
And yeah, a friendly competition, which really boils down to like, you know, who's gonna leave embarrassed here. Well, not really, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
That was-
there's not much at stake other
Yeah,
than the fact
Michael.
that like your pride, brr. So, you know, whatever. So we were anticipating having a good time, not gonna fuck. Now all of a sudden we're like, oh, fuck, competition. We do qualifiers, you know, which is also bullshit because like really, like. I don't know. It's kind of not cool to go to a bash and then just be like, oh, by the way, competition time. You know, not necessarily the same thing. You go to a bash to have a good time and just slide around and do your thing, and then competition is usually a different frame of mind.
Basically, what Michael.
I thought it was gonna be a team tandem, which is what I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
Well, that's
It
what
turned
happened
out-
last year.
Yeah, it turned out to be more of a
Garbage. Anyways, what Michael and Lars are trying to say is that we came over there to have a good time and then drift day and not trying to fucking compete.
Right.
I would like to elaborate on that.
So, Alex.
Hey, the homeboy got the
Alex.
sauce and he won.
Alex.
Oh,
Alex,
you ruined it.
how-
There's no build up now.
Alex.
There's no build up now.
How's it?
Cut that part out.
Cut that shit off. Cut.
How's the competition for you, Alex?
All right.
Take two.
I would like to elaborate on my boy's
We're still going
story
on it.
over there.
Homeboy was like, it was easy.
Cut that shit.
That's
Cut.
exactly what he said.
My boy over here.
Yeah, first of all,
My boy over here was like, put more sauce in that shit, dog.
Alright, dude.
Cheers.
So,
Hey, yo, hold on. Is that live? Or
Yes.
are you just recording?
that's live. I would like,
It's live on Twitch right now. Yeah.
I would like to elaborate on my friend at the end over there.
Mika.
Story. First of all, it wasn't like we just decided to drive down to Oregon to have fun.
Oh god.
That
Here
is,
goes the fucking train.
that is not at all what happened. First of all, this trip was planned 2 months in advance,
Are you
at
just fucking
least.
watching footage right now?
2 months in
Yeah,
advance.
don't worry about it.
Lawrence
Hey,
is
shut
not
the fuck
interested in
up, I'm
what's
talking.
happening right now.
I'm about to bitch slap you, nigga, if you don't shut up.
What?
Do you
Shut up.
Damn, Alex.
First of all, this trip was planned 2 months in advance. Everybody was getting ready. This guy over here was texting us how he's checking all his suspension bolts. This guy over here was texting us how he was checking everything in his car. This guy over here was texting us how
I was doing something.
he wasn't doing shit on his car.
I didn't know.
And the gentleman down there was not
Didn't do
texting
shit.
us because he wasn't doing anything on his car.
Car made it through the whole weekend. What? Fucking sick.
Obviously, I was getting ready. Until the day before we had to leave, when we told this guy to at least try to drive his car out of the garage.
Hold on. The day before, at the time that we're supposed to be going to sleep.
At 11 p.m., yeah.
Continue.
Hey,
When we told this guy to
he
drive.
was again the JH.
No. When we told this, cut that shit. When we told this guy to drive his car out of the garage, just to find out that apparently the car misfires and doesn't run, and there's a problem, which took another 2 hours to figure out what's wrong with it. Turns out,
It took no time.
okay, turns out that the guy down there did not make the spark plugs tight about 2 events ago.
That's not an important part of the story.
That is actually very relevant.
Just to find out that one of the spark plugs blew out, and now the car is.
This is what I'm talking about, dude.
Why you mute, dog?
This guy has been
Yeah.
fucking uploading it just so he can watch it.
Until we find out that his car is apparently misfiring and is not able to drive anywhere or make anywhere, and it's not running right, and it's just not running. Period.
Product placement.
The two geniuses right here decide to just go to sleep and not care about the situation whatsoever until the morning, where someone decides to text someone and tell him to go to the store to get the parts necessary to fix his car, which he didn't want to do at first, but he did.
That's not.
Genius. Right here. Super smart. Do
And
this.
and what happened after that?
Oh, sick, dude. That's
Well, then we fixed it.
And then surprisingly, for the first time ever,
That's not true.
Michael
That can't possibly be true.
single-handedly,
I've done things.
you've done things single-handedly,
I fucked up.
fixes his car,
I've done things.
and somehow makes 350-mile or so drive to the track event, which he was supposed to be ready for, which he wasn't ready for, obviously. And here we are at this track event.
Drove 350 whatever miles, smashed for 2 days, ran into shit, fucking like slid my car, burn up 8 tires, and yep, gonna drive.
Yet another reason to believe that his car is the best car in the world,
And he wanted to
and
get
he
rid
has
of
the car has the shittiest owner ever.
He wanted to fucking get rid of that car Thursday night. Like, he was just like, I'm just gonna get rid of this piece of shit.
Yeah.
So how was competition for you, Alex?
Hey, hold on, I'm not done.
Hey,
What?
I already said it.
Bro, I
Going in order.
got 19 minutes. All right.
What do
Or
you
you
mean
guys got 19 minutes. 19 minutes and it'll cut.
Well,
How much?
That's
how
not
much
a
you
lot of
got
minutes.
left?
We got 19 minutes left.
that's
How
not long.
long have you recorded?
33.
Damn, we've been talking for a while.
Well, you
about
can go
nothing.
for take 2.
I did not get an agenda.
That's what I'm saying.
Agenda.
We have no talking points. We're just rambling on like we always do.
We are
So
typical.
So Alex,
So Stelia,
break
Oh.
down the numbers.
Stelia, talk about the
You
competition.
know,
The
how
competition-
many drivers? How it works?
Competition. Well, came for a driver's meeting that was not necessary. Again, like I said, nobody
How
was.
did you find out about competition? That's
During-
right.
during the driver's meeting.
Not really.
Yes, it was.
You found out in the morning. We were leaving the house.
Well, yeah.
Start from the beginning, nigga.
Well, I don't recall the details, but anyways,
It's an interview. You gotta tell how it went.
I
This is
woke up.
literally like documentary.
I woke up. I wasn't trying to wake up.
Okay. You don't have to tell them about how I was dragging you off the bed.
Wow,
That's unnecessary.
it was cozy.
Alex was the big spoon.
Alex is always the best.
Well, he is.
I'm big.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways, woke up, found out about competition, and I was just like, what the fuck? I came here to fucking drive, not to fucking compete.
What's your language?
Anyways, it was a waste of time because the competition was not even like actually part of the drift event because it was a completely different layout that nobody was practicing. Of course, my car was constantly broken.
These are unnecessary details.
My car was constantly broken, so the time that I actually went out there to drive, it was time to qualify. So I got like literally 2 practice runs and I went ahead and do my qualifications. And I completely failed, of course. My practice runs were great,
Perfect.
but my qualifying runs were fucking shit. Anyways, failed at that. Tried and failed. At least some people didn't have to try and fail. Please. That garbage was layout. Garbage
That
layout.
garbage was laid out.
The garbage was laid out.
The garbage was the layout.
The garbage was laid out.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, you get the idea. It was garbage, and it was a waste of time because
Oh,
no, it was a waste of time.
I guess we
because,
came here to waste some time.
no, the competition was a waste of time because today, Sunday, when competition should have only lasted about 45 minutes,
So let's do 2 hours.
it lasted 2 hours.
1:45.
Hour 45. Okay, but anyways, it was a waste of time. We're out there waiting to drive, cooking in the sun. I'm sunburned. I'm already brown.
I feel it.
I'm already brown, but I'm more brown now. But yeah, fucking assholes.
Oh, whoa.
Well, I'm just,
True, not gonna lie.
Hey, it's a waste of time. If you
I
guys,
mean,
if they're gonna
3
do
one more
competitions-
times,
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
cut that shit out.
Yeah, dude, like you should be able to tell who won. Like we were able to tell. Who
People
won.
weren't that great.
Yeah, I mean, people who should have won didn't win.
Yeah, true that. Should have been driving the Supra.
People who should have qualified didn't qualify. People who could have qualified couldn't even qualify. But yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, agree.
your turn, Alex.
Should I be the last one?
No, just go ahead.
I'll go in order, I guess.
Oh.
Let him go. Let him go.
Oh, okay.
I didn't qualify.
Oh, why didn't you qualify?
I didn't qualify. I broke my radiator. I didn't make it in time to qualify.
Although there was like 3, 4, 6 hands helping him to fix the car.
Alright, I'm gonna crack this fucking case wide open. And this is a
You already
bit-
went, Michael.
No, I didn't. No, I
Yeah, you
didn't.
did.
No, I didn't.
You were the first one.
No, I didn't go.
Anyways, we have 15 minutes, dog.
Alright,
Come on.
15 minutes?
How many more questions do you
Here's a 2-minute conspiracy.
You got like
The only
One.
white people in the group
Two.
qualified, minus Marshall. Why, you ask? He's probably working on his car or some shit. I don't know.
He didn't try.
He didn't drive.
Well, yeah, because like
I'm not. I'm just saying, that's why it happened. That's why you're the exception to the rule. And the rule is that all the people in the competition were white. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, that you are wrong.
Okay,
He's-
I'm wrong. Honestly,
he's
like,
European, though.
First of all, get your fucking shit straight. I ain't white, nigga.
I'm talking about the shade of your skin, dude. They don't
I know.
your story.
How about the guy driving the 240? He
240.
was brown as fuck, dude.
Bro, he's.
But he's
He
in.
doesn't even speak
but he-
English, dude.
Yeah, but that guy was like he's in the clique, wasn't he?
yeah,
It doesn't matter.
Yes,
Doesn't matter.
but
Let's build some context, though. This isn't a race, you know. Maybe people are like, "Oh, what is drifting? Is it a race?" No, it's not. I'm just saying. It's like
Wow.
2 cars.
Lawrence. So shut the fuck up, Lawrence.
Drifting, sideways, drag racing.
Lawrence gets to tell his story about his qualifying runs.
I didn't get to do.
He didn't get to do.
Yeah, because he would have qualified.
Oh, for sure.
I wouldn't have qualified.
Yeah, he was
He would totally qualify because he's fucking sauce to the max.
sauce boss.
He's got all the sauce.
Sauce boss.
Sauce boss.
Sauce boss. That's his new nickname, Sauce Boss. But his radiator exploded into giant pieces, and while we were trying to fix it, we literally missed the qualifying by like 5 minutes the most. And while Lawrence is not trying to tell the story, me, Emilio, and Lawrence were trying to fix his car, and partially Stella was
Not
there.
me. He fixed my car. I just not bullshit. I do shit.
Whatever. We fixed his car.
I started the car.
Yeah, he started
And-
the car. I do shit.
He figured out how to. And we got it running. What we thought was just in time, but by the time he got out there, they stopped qualifying. So unfortunately, the winner was gonna be Lorenz.
The law.
The law,
The law is coming
but
for you.
it didn't happen. So now we go to Marshall's story.
So what had happened was, so I went out a few times to practice on the golf course. Went okay, but that was right when I was starting to have issues with my alternator and the car was starting to cut out. So I went out there when they asked me if I want to lay down one of my qualifying runs because they only allow 2. And I'm like, nah, I don't really, I'm about to pit in. I don't really want to use up one of my qualification runs. So I go out and I set like a really nice lap. I nailed the course for the first time, and I pull in, and turns out I'm working on my car for the next 2 hours, and I missed the qualification. So I didn't qualify.
So Michael,
Yes.
how was competition for you? What was your first run?
Oh man.
You know who qualified? Michael qualified,
So here's the
which
deal.
was a total surprise.
Here's the deal.
But that's not the story for him to tell. It's literally the story for everybody else to tell.
Oh,
Go
that's
ahead,
bullshit.
Michael.
Yeah. So anyway, in general, I would say my driving is inconsistent. To be fair, and throughout the weekend, gradually started getting better and better runs during qualifications. I wouldn't say it was the best driving I did all weekend, but it was enough, I guess, just barely to get me in top 16.
You were like
first
towards
round
the
was
bottom, but you were like
Yeah, for sure.
You're like
Yeah.
14th out of the
Yeah,
16.
But anyway, the first round was kind of bullshit because the guy was like not there or some shit. I don't know, and so I like automatically got bumped up to top 8. And then the first actual part of the competition for me, when I'm up against someone, first thing I do, fucking launch my car off the track into some tires. Nerves, man. It's a thing. I didn't do. That was the only time all fucking weekend I just threw my car off the track. And yeah, but anyway, fuck it, had a good time.
His opponent was his name was Byron.
Did you make that up?
It's Byron. We top 16.
Oh, hey, funny. I meant the top 8.
It was Byron.
So anyway, suffice it to say, I did not advance, but I was 8th, I guess.
Well, not really.
That's not really
you
how
were
it
in
works.
top 8, but you were like somewhere
You went
within
top
like
8.
You gotta limit
you
your
were somewhere within the top 8.
Okay.
I mean, not
I see
necessarily
what
like
you're
the
saying.
8.
I see what you're
You could have been 6th or something,
Yeah, not anywhere relevant,
I mean, relevant to me. I don't know.
Okay, well, anyway, that's as far as I got. And then after the competition, I was driving better. Flying off the track? I mean, really not staying on the track, I guess by default would be.
Yeah, we're gonna leave the launching fucking rocketed tires up into the sky out of the whole story.
Yeah, for
Is
sure.
there a video here?
Yeah. It's just gonna be a bit.
Are you retarded?
Insert video here.
Anyways, basically, you
Basically, I got into the competition, and then once I was in, I immediately threw myself out.
made
How
it.
much time do we have?
You made it to the top 8.
No,
Is
no,
it's the
how you
top
say it.
Infinite?
Made it to the
No,
top
he
8.
said we had 19 because the battery was 9.
But it's charging.
Okay.
So I have 146 minutes.
Oh, damn, bro. We can keep talking about this.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yep, top 8, and then
Do we have?
But to make it a point, you were being a true champ though.
My boy
you
made-
tried. You
I
tried.
don't care what anybody. in this
It
table
doesn't
says.
matter that you launched the tires like 20 feet up into the air.
I did.
You tried. Insert video here.
I don't care what anybody in this table says. My boy made it. Okay, you gotta start somewhere.
I can't say nothing. 8 years of experience. 4 years of experience. 3, 4.
yeah, that seems fair. That seems
Did not make it. Made it.
I saw
Just
that.
saying. Just saying. The next star. That's it.
Yeah. I suck.
I guess next is Alex's story of his competition.
The story of my competition is very simple.
Too easy.
Did not know the competition's happening. Found out the day off. Got there.
Right there.
Drove. Did not know I qualified. Didn't think I qualified until everybody else told me I did not qualify. Cool. Gonna go have some fun and drive with my friends. until some guy in a red shirt with a 350Z logo in the back shows up and says like, "Hey, who is the car number 64?" And everybody's like,
Hold on, right there. Hold on, right fucking there. He goes, "Hey, who's Patel Niraj?
This part of the story is irrelevant.
Driving this car, number 64." And we're
and
like,
everybody's just staring at the guy like nobody knows
"Who's Patel Niraj?
who's driving this car. Who is even driving this car? What is it in this car? Is this a car?" And everybody's just staring at the guy, and he's like, "Okay, let me try this again. Who is
Patel Niraj."
car number 64?" And everybody's like, and I'm just, I guess that's me, yes. And the gentleman goes like, "Okay, well, so apparently you qualified, so I'm driving with you, and you haven't checked in." And I'm just like, I don't know. I looked at the board, and I didn't qualify. Someone else qualified, and they checked in. Long story short, a giant confusion with somebody else's name connected to my car number, etc., etc. So at the end of all this, when everybody is about to go start and like, you know, getting to whatever, drive together for like an actual competition, I get to find out that apparently I qualified, but my name was wrong, and not that anybody can spell my name to begin with.
But they spelled it super wrong. They spelled it.
They
under-
spelled it Alex BMW.
No. They spelled it under Patel Niraj or something like
But
that.
it was supposed to be Alex BMW, but they got it right the second time. They wiped off Patel Mirage, whatever the fuck his name is, and they put in Alex BMW, because they didn't know how to spell my last name.
I'm just saying that Patel Niraj guy is super salty right now because he's
Probably.
like, dude, I could have had a shot at.
Anyway, let me tell you what happened.
I could have had a shot, but he didn't get a shot.
Cut that. So,
It's true, he didn't get a shot. You didn't let him have it. He didn't get
so
much.
literally, I'm being pushed into drive with somebody. So I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, I'm just gonna drive. I drove, and then I made it to top 8, and then I drove with some other guy that I didn't want to drive with, and then I made it to top 4, and then I drove with some other guy, and then I made it to a final, and I drove with some guy who was actually good. Miata guy, props.
Gordo.
Gordo, his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool guy. And that happened. Somehow.
He said it was too easy though.
My Russian friend taught me one thing,
Told ya.
and a very, very, very important thing. Let me tell you what it goes like. Too easy. Too easy. You just say it every time, it works. That was too easy.
Oh my god.
The outcome,
Even the final?
do you see this?
Oh yeah, first place. Yeah.
Too easy.
Yeah. Hey
Too
Gordo,
easy.
you're good though.
You're good though. Yeah, no complaints there. Yeah, that happened. Unexpected. But representing the team,
Yeah.
everybody, here, Lawrence, here we go. Go team, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go team!
What's
Represent Six Flicks, obviously.
Sick flicks.
Oh, it's gonna change that.
Represent, well, it's fine. Representing the team, obviously. So, like, had to get somewhere. Well, we got somewhere as a team.
Did we? I mean, we got to Oregon as a team.
I mean, we got to first place as a team. I feel like that's not just me, that's everybody, because like we were all in it together. So like, first place. I can reach first place. Here we go.
Round 1. So does that mean that there are other
Are you
rounds?
fucking kidding me? I just fucking noticed that.
It says round
There's
1.
more rounds?
Yeah.
So there's gonna be a competition at every fucking event?
So we gotta go to every fucking event and represent.
No, fuck that.
First place.
That just means
So-
that next year
Just saying.
there's gonna be
This
more
is-
fucking.
This is not just me. This is like everybody here. So this is gonna get posted in a living room where everybody can see this because they all deserved it. Because we did it as a team.
Sick flicks.
Is the support that
Oh, really? It was
counts.
just Alex. Sick.
No. I do not agree with that. I think it was a team effort. So everybody deserved the first place, and everybody's here now. So we are the first place. and everybody was taking pictures.
Yeah, of us running into each other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a different story.
I wonder
Yeah.
if someone has video of that.
Let's
Somebody does, dude.
Somebody does.
And we're about to be a meme next year. And
Yeah.
you know what? I don't even give a fuck.
This is the worst of the villains.
This name was nothing. This is the
I don't even give a fuck if people are gonna fucking be making memes about that shit. We're about to be famous, though.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna be round one famous.
Yeah.
We're gonna be those fucking guys.
Yeah. So what happened? Okay. This gentleman is gonna tell us a story about what happened.
What had happened was I'm standing in line.
First of all, how did we end up in this situation?
What do you mean?
Why were we there?
It was right after this had happened. Alright, and we're like, oh well, we have some tires left in the car, and we're not taking that shit home for our next event. Let's fucking kill it. Last session, everybody here. Well,
Yep.
four of us, minus Mike.
Michael was
Michael's-
doing something else.
Yeah, Michael was in the pits.
Get in the vajaj.
Anywho,
That's good.
it's me, Alex, Marshall, Lawrence. We're there waiting for the green light. Mr. Marshall, or the flagger, not him.
The
flagger.
Marshall.
I'm watching him. 4.
What is this guy?
All right,
Oh, it's still you.
go. Is it?
This is when you're right.
And he flags me to go, but I'm looking at him, and I start rolling, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Stop!" And I'm like, "Okay, stop." And then, well, of course, Alex runs into me, and then you know the rest.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Hold on. Alice didn't just run into you. You slammed on the brake pedal. You
Well, of
forgot to
course.
mention that.
Well, after the guy tells me to go, and I'm looking at him, and he tells me to stop, I stop.
Stop!
Like,
And then the person behind him is the next person to tell the story.
yes.
Where we're sitting in a line, and the guy goes, "Go!" and the person behind launches the car, sees the first person in front of him, slam on the brake. I slam on the brake. I bump into him, just bump into him lightly, and then I get a whiplash like a fucking semi truck hit me. And that's where his story comes in.
So I was working up throughout the day, trying to, because I kept getting left behind when they'd start in front of me. So I was pushing it more and more, launching harder and harder every time I went out. And this time I was launching particularly aggressively.
It just so happened to be, dude.
And so I was right in the power, right off the line when I saw Alex start to go, because I saw the flagger wave him on. So I was just looking at the car in front of me and trying to focus on catching up. And I went, and instantly brake lights. I slam on the brakes, locked up the wheels, and there was no time to react, and I just went straight into him. Like, after a hard launch, yeah, it went, because my car is the way that it's shaped, it went right under his car.
His
and-
car's shaped like a fucking
Yeah.
ramp.
A wedge.
So, like, this happened.
A wedge. It wedged under my car. And literally my car went like 3 feet up into the air, and I'm like, what?
So Lawrence, who was
Next
Fourth.
Yeah, and then Lawrence is gonna tell his story now on what happened. Lawrence?
what happened, Lawrence?
Fuck my shit up, dude. Fuck all my shit. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. So basically, Lawrence saw
Sure,
the same
quick.
thing that he saw, but
There was no way. I couldn't stop in time.
Yeah.
Like everybody stopped on the brakes, and
Obviously, Lawrence
like,
likes the
I don't
film.
have a front rear support. All my shit's gutted, and yeah, like
I hope camera catches up. Because, like, yeah, that happened. It happened so hard that Marshall's rear end buckled somehow.
Yeah.
anyways.
A little bit.
Marshall basically got stuck in the middle of all this, and his car got sandwiched from front and back. My car only got sandwiched from the back, Lawrence's car got sandwiched only from the front, and Michael was in the pits enjoying the show.
Yeah. What were you doing at that time, Michael?
Whatever you guys
Not
ready to
tagging in with us.
I was definitely piecing together my my car. Yeah.
He left as soon as it happened. Out of the pits.
Him?
Perfect.
Michael.
Michael, obviously, I was
Yeah.
standing
Oh,
here.
okay.
I was-
Oh, I thought you meant from the line.
Yeah, perfect timing. Perfect.
Anyways, everybody went back to the pits.
I was in line. Because I drove after that for like, I had just finished putting my shit back together. And after that, I drove for like another hour and a half. However long.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter what you did after that. What we did is we packed and we left.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
Because that was the end of the day.
correction.
You drove actually. I saw you.
Everybody went back to the pits.
Except Sully.
Yes.
He
No,
was
I
not
went back to
giving
the
up.
pits.
And then you left.
I went back to the pits. I put my bumper back in because apparently that's the only thing that fell off after all of that.
Not the whole. Yeah.
I mean, it was already broken. I just broke it again. Yes. Went out for another 3 or 4 laps. Car started heating up again. It was time to go home. Didn't actually get to finish the tires that I wanted to.
Same.
I had like maybe
2:30 seconds.
yeah,
Which is like
just about that.
right at the where line.
About 3 to 4 runs. 1 minute
Every
runs.
time I was getting closer and closer on that straight.
Came back to the pits, packed up. Was around like 4 o'clock.
I like this one.
Too late.
4 o'clock was the time that we were aiming to be here in the pool that we paid for.
Yeah.
But 6 o'clock is when we actually got here.
Later than that, I feel like.
Somebody wanted to jump off the roof,
Almost 7.
but he was a bitch, and he jumped off the short end. He didn't actually do what he wanted to do.
This-
He did the bitch side,
Has nothing to do with drifting, by the way.
but the house is cool.
Can't complain. Can't complain. True. Facts.
I like this one.
Anyways, moving on.
Yeah. So I guess it's
I think it's gonna hit the
Basically,
Yeah.
kind of
like last to second to last.
I've done that a few times.
What was your favorite or most memorable moment besides the pile up, and besides Alex winning?
Okay, which side are we starting from?
It's an open forum.
Let's
Sorry.
start
with
from the back.
Michael.
Let's start from the back.
Sorry, what?
Oh, it's his first time here. Let's start
The
with
question was
Okay.
like, what was your most memorable moment
Most memorable
besides
moment?
besides the pile up and me winning, obviously.
We didn't even go over that.
Obviously.
We didn't even really go over that.
Of course we did. We showed the plaque. We talked about it.
we flipped it up.
No.
It wasn't presented.
Alex
right?
won
It was
in a
presented
competition.
by me.
I'll tell him the story after that by myself.
Yeah. So anyway, my most memorable moment. I don't know. Probably the feeling of like completing the course for the first time. It was definitely took like a couple hours of driving to make that happen the first time. Felt
I
really
mean,
good.
considering that you're in kind of a sort of a novice driver.
Yeah, I mean, especially to like full track, like
Yeah.
most events I've been to in the past were all skid pads, which can have structure, but at the end of the day, it's just cones. You know what I mean? It, like mentally for me, it's not
Yeah.
the same as like you're on the track, your car gets off the track, it's like no, you don't want that for obvious reasons. But yeah, it's more of a mental thing. So it was a very good feeling to complete the course the first time, and all the subsequent times after that. I feel like that would be my most like memorable part of the weekend. Law, do you even know where you are?
No. I have a question for you.
For me?
Yeah, my question
Follow-up
was
question.
like, does having a hard layout, like not a layout, but like a set course, help you, like
Oh,
physical
absolutely. Oh,
course,
yeah.
compared to just going?
Well, definitely.
From my perspective.
Yeah.
So you feel like you're driving way better now compared to you driving at the skid pad with cones,
definitely.
Is that because
because you're forced
you
to.
finally realize that if you like
Dude, I can't. There's no way.
go off course, there's consequences?
Well, yeah. I mean, definitely. I mean, also it's just like everything about it. Like you're flying off of a track physically onto some grass or who knows what else, you know. On the skid pad, it's just like there's no, like I don't know.
No limitations.
Well, there's no like, there's no grade change. You're just like on this big flat open area. You know, the consequence I guess would be if you really go off and hit a wall or something. You know, obviously. No, I think driving full track like that is like definitely makes like for better drivers.
Does it take you to a different level?
I think so, and I am jealous of anyone who can frequent this track because they're gonna get good fast. Think like anybody with easy access to a track like this?
I'm sorry, we didn't retake that.
Can we do a video of the video because that shit? Can we play it again? What the fuck? How?
He crashed.
Oh my god. Is everyone embarrassed? Everyone say, well, I'm embarrassed. Is everyone here embarrassed? I'm crying. Dude, you didn't even make it past the guys, the flyer. You were like, what the fuck? Dude, all I saw from you
Instead of closing with
Are you retarded?
Dude, check the whiplash, dog. Check the whiplash, dog.
Why the fuck did he tell you to stop? Was there a
Because
reason?
somebody spun out. And I was looking at the flagger. So I wasn't looking at the track. So when I'm looking at him, he tells me to go, and then like a split second later, he goes like, stop! And I'm like, what? You know, like, what?
I'm just saying. The flagger is retarded. Still is retarded for slamming the brakes.
Wait, so who are you calling retarded? We got a car, Stelio?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you should yell.
No, I mean I'd right off the bat.
Oh, there's a guy drinking a beer here. Look at the guy drinking a beer.
This guy's like, yep, that's a fucked up.
Yep, you fucked the car up, bro.
Yeah, your hood was pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
Let me see if I got a wrench. Yep, pull that.
We're getting off topic here.
Anyway,
Oh,
where were we at?
One more time. One more
I don't
time.
know.
It is Lawrence's turn.
dude, that is fucking.
Lawrence's turn on
Can you make
what was
it
most
good?
memorable.
Put that on.
Yeah.
What was most memorable besides obviously
That has to
pile?
be the most memorable
We
shit.
need to get the video perspective of everyone and just have it in like one
Yeah,
like
yeah,
15
like,
second clip.
bam, bam.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys didn't see my video yet because I got that shit on the fucking trunk.
Most memorable moment was just driving on track, dude. Yeah, just driving all you guys. It's great. That's all I gotta ask for. You know what I'm saying? I got my shit ton. Like I broke my car, but I still got a shit ton of drive time. So you can't complain about that.
With
Thanks.
Yeah, like broke my shit, but got hell of run time. So
Six Flags.
that's it.
Marshall?
Well, I guess my most memorable moment, probably tandeming with Lawrence and Alex, of course, as always. I mean,
Why are you leaving me out, dog?
Because I'm usually not following you. I'm usually
Because you're a dick.
Because Alex is behind you, and then I'm behind you.
Well, this doesn't mean you're not tandeming.
Well, okay, tandeming with all of the team.
God
I mean,
damn,
that's
dude.
like my
Fucking
favorite
leave
part.
me out,
Like,
dog. Shit.
oh,
I feel like shit now, dog.
He especially likes shooting with-
I was about to say that my memorable moment was about.
First of all, your memorable moment
My
comes
most
at the
memorable
end.
moment was when
damn it.
Michael was like, "You trying to go tandem?" I'm like, "No."
I was there!
Let's go too. I'm like, "No."
I witnessed the whole
No, I
thing.
didn't. I said let's go 3.
It was
He
literally
said no.
no,
I'm like,
no.
Why was
This
he
is
there?
it. This is it. This is it. It was Michael, Lawrence, and I was behind Lawrence. And we pull up to Michael, and Michael's like, and Lawrence is like, no. And Michael's like, why?
No.
And Lawrence is like,
Ugh.
no.
My most
It
memorable
was-
moment was Emilio got in his GoPro. Michael was in front of me, and I was pulling up to the pit lane. He's like, "Hey, you go down with him?" I'm like,
Fuck no. Literally.
Oh
I witnessed most of that hate that came from Lawrence.
Fucking haters.
The nicest guy ever pulls up next to Mike and goes like, fuck that shit, nigga, I bail. Like, no.
"Hey, granted, it was Saturday. It was 11 a.m.
2
We
hours.
just got there. I
Yeah,
spent 8
2
hours
hours into the
to
event.
fucking got to the event. I'm not trying to fuck my shit up. I'm just being cautious.
I'm just saying, like,
Even though I told my car it was at the end of the day.
I cannot blame Lawrence whatsoever. I was just saying, it was a funny moment. It must have been
I've
like
tandem
a
with
memorable moment.
a lot of people, and I'm almost crashed my shit. I'm good.
Yeah,
Not being-
after you do it so many times, you're like, you know what to do with and what
Yeah,
not to
you
do.
gotta be more cautious about who
Yeah.
you It's not fun.
Anyways, it's Marshall's turn still.
Well, Yeah, just tandeming with everybody. That's my favorite part. Following mainly. I mean, I'm already fairly confident setting down a lead run or setting down like a solo line. We're really following is where it's at. I didn't really get to do that much this time, but that's definitely always the most memorable part for me.
Sick flicks, dude.
Can you pay attention?
So, I got a lot to say for the most memorable part. Obviously, besides the point that, like, usually I follow Stelio over here, which, you know, we obviously have driven for, you know, together for like ever.
Way too long.
At least like 7-8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've driven together
Since
for a while.
2012. Do the math.
Since they were born.
Since a while. So like obviously like, you know, that's, you know, obvious. But besides that, of course it was very interesting to drive behind Marshall, drive behind Lawrence. This car is also kind of fast, it's a lot of smoke and it was kind of scary, but you know,
It wasn't scary.
it was what you know.
We never got any close call.
No, but like you never know how it goes, and it was an interesting experience. You know, besides that, definitely the most memorable part of the whole weekend was the night drift.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Because
Shit, dude.
that was hands down. Stella looked away. Doesn't matter. The scariest thing ever because following that guy with like no lights and it's just no lights in the track. He has some lights, we have some shitty lights, and it's a bunch of smoke and
No,
dust.
you guys have lights.
My lights are the most qualified ones here.
My light was pointing to God. I sucked. It's fine.
I mean, besides the fact like
You know what?
it's pitch black dark
I want to see.
and
Let me see, bro.
it's
Why don't you
just
follow me?
it's just a bunch of
Why is it
dust, smoke, can't see where you're going. You just basically have to full on trust the person in front of you and not like you driving together trust, but like you have to like fully trust the person in front of you because if they're doing something wrong, you don't know where you're going. And that was definitely like a new experience in a way because comparing to like the experience that we got
Full charge, way more fun.
driving elsewhere,
Mexico?
Mexico, where it's legal, where like it's just two cars and nothing's happening and everybody's just driving a certain thing, you know, certain line and certain course at night. This was you driving after a bunch of people drove and a bunch of people threw a bunch of smoke and a bunch of dust, and then after that you drive with a bunch of cars and there's absolutely no light and you absolutely have no idea where you're going because you can't see anything. That was definitely very interesting in a way and very challenging maybe, kind of. It wasn't really anything crazy because we only drove a few times, but it was definitely like mentally wise, it was definitely like a thing of the night, like of Saturday night at least, where like you basically have to trust the person in front of you. You have no choice. Like if you're not driving anywhere, and if you are, I mean, you know, you might hit some. I mean, anything can happen at that point. But you have to like fully like have faith in a person in front of you, and basically that's what we're doing. And that was crazy, but we made it through.
Night drifting is the hardest shit.
Yeah.
Ever.
That was definitely like the
When you
highlights.
don't have headlights. Night drifting is the hardest shit.
Like, coming down the straightaway in the middle of the course, like there's just a bright floodlight in the pits that's just shining straight down.
Even when I was following Marshall and he had properly working headlights.
Yeah,
That's
because
probably, like,
when you're
one of the
sliding,
most,
when you're
yeah.
sideways, the headlights are pointed the wrong way, so you still can't see anything.
Yeah, even when you're the lead driver, you just gotta have faith, dog.
You gotta have faith in where you're going, bro.
Yeah.
Track's there, you just gotta commit.
Yeah, basically you just have to remember what you were doing during the day.
Our boy Eli's about to come in the video.
Damn. Eli Driver.
Yeah.
Celebrity appearance over here.
Appearance.
You know?
Emilio. Take crew of the
Come
year.
on, hot boy.
All the props
Come on, hot
Fly
boy.
that direction
Hot boy.
behind the camera.
Come on. Come on over
What the
here.
fuck happened to Tony? We done?
Come over
Tony?
here and you tell me what
Max,
you
do you have
think
any more
about the
questions?
event.
Well, Stelios still has to go.
Alright.
Then it-
What are we gonna? What do you think about the event?
What's that thing?
I gotta go.
Yeah, he's gotta go make a phone call.
Oh.
It's
I'm
what is
done.
it? FaceTime time.
Yeah.
FaceTime time. Does that sound right?
FaceTime.
It's FaceTime time. It's
My car's total.
Time.
No one else to say.
The bottom line is
I can help.
his car's
Do you
total.
have any specific questions for Eli?
Yeah, how was your day? Or your weekend with the.
It was good. It was good until I went off track, destroyed my radiator. But other than that, it was good. You know,
Was that on Saturday?
was
First day?
Yeah, it's first day. On the first day, like towards the end of the day more, by like 5 o'clock. And then, but yeah, overall it was a good weekend. Had fun. Driving with you guys. And then I should have listened after they all crashed. Should have went back out. And I did, and destroyed all my arrow. And then, you know, Alex got first place. I know he's really excited about this right here.
I think Alex
But
might.
round one, I mean, he's probably gonna have to come
Alex
around to
might
it.
care the least about this. I think that the rest of us are probably more hyped than he is about the fact that he won. He doesn't care. He probably would prefer that there never was a competition at all.
It would be great if you just
But
drive
I mean,
together.
that's also why you're the best winner. You know what I
I
mean?
don't give a shit if you won.
No, you do. We all.
I know you would have won.
We care more than
Yeah.
this. That's it, right? We're more impressed with Alex than he is with himself, which is probably a good thing.
It wasn't even a surprise like that.
No, we all knew that Alex was the best driver. Right?
Besides the point, Eli right here. Eli right here. Definitely. What is it? First place for not giving up his fucking car.
Let's do our own award ceremony.
That
sounds
was like
fun.
that was like
Can we
breaking.
do that?
Huh?
Let's just do our own award ceremony. Everybody gets first at something. Yeah.
Well,
That's how we
this guy right here definitely gets the first place at like not giving up and trying to get his car going and
Okay.
trying to drive the whole time because he had nothing but some sort of problems. Well, also kind of Lawrence, but I mean, you really were like you drove 350 miles here to work on your car.
Well,
So you can drive, basically, because like all you were doing is like working in your car to drive. So that's a commitment right there. That's
did.
a lot.
He did drive throughout most of the morning, towards late afternoon, I would say.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then that's when you started having car problems on Saturday.
Yeah, well, it's because I followed it was me and Michael, and I spun out on one of the
Michael,
two.
of
It was me
course,
and Michael.
of course.
What is that? What
I
happened?
spun out on that S turn. No, I was just moving where you were behind me and spun out on the S turn. You saw it all. I went off on that drop, caught my fast route.
Oh, yeah.
Destroyed my radiator, and it's just like, wow.
Of course, it's Michael's fault.
He was just there.
What else is
I
new?
just happened to be there.
He did tell me towards the end. He's like, don't make. He's like, do you want your cars to look like this? I was like, my car's not gonna look like this. And what happened? I destroyed it.
Anyways,
Yeah.
fast forward. What is the most memorable moment of this event or this whole weekend?
Just driving on actual course and hanging out with you guys.
Oh,
You know.
Oh yeah.
You know.
We
They say drifting makes new friends, right?
I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, it's all about just having fun and just hanging out, and you know. I mean, considering that we all obviously have like
yourself, huh?
day jobs and whatever
It was a good
else,
run.
and
You know,
We're doing
I
stuff,
have like 90 clips.
at the end of the day, it's
What
just
I
basically just
assume is the best one. I don't know.
driving 350 miles, and then you driving, the guy behind the camera, probably like 250 or something miles, just so we could meet in the middle and basically hang out.
Yeah.
That's at the end of the day. That's all it's all about. Having fun, getting some drives in, and getting some adrenaline rush, and hanging out with your friends, and probably helping each other. That's all. I mean, really, that's all it is.
And that is what I was gonna say for my most memorable time.
until you're like, it really, I mean, it really,
He got it.
all about
On
is
the dot
bleeding your
com.
car. It's all about bleeding your car.
Yeah.
Don't listen to me. Listen to this guy. It's all about bleeding your car.
Yeah, but that was the most memorable point of this weekend. Bleeding my fucking car. I got really fucking good at it.
So what do you bleed, Stelia?
Bleeding? I fucking bleed water, dog. Out of these veins.
Distilled water, just bleeding, bro.
But yeah, the most memorable point, the whole trip over here was awesome. I mean, it wasn't awesome, of course, but I mean, it's like the whole experience of coming out here with your friends. It's like it's different from driving 2 hours to the track and driving. But you driving to a whole different state with your whole friends, like 6 hours away, and it's Oregon, Medford,
For Oregon.
Jackson County Sports Park.
Park. Yes.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Fuck range.
Whoa.
That seems a little rude.
Bleep.
Blip the range.
Yeah, bleep that out because I might want to drive that truck one day.
That'll probably be the next time we
True that.
But
Fuck that. The other hot boy 280ZX
Definitely.
package drives it.
yeah, fuck that guy.
Blip that out too, please.
His car's blue.
You should.
And he's a dick to everyone.
He is. Anyways, can I get back to?
Yeah, go
Please.
This house though. Oh. Yeah, this house.
Tell them about the house.
It's got a pool in the back.
This house has a lot of sauce.
Barbecue. Yeah.
Extra sauce.
This house has a lot of sauce.
A lot of sauce. Too much sauce.
All the sauce.
It would be easy to get lost in sauce.
Got a ping pong table in the garage. Anyways, the most memorable, really, other than the house and Alex winning, of course, and us crashing into each other.
Gotta show.
Was the fact that we all got to drive with each other. We got to give some, sort of
Give some?
advice to Michael, and how he always wanted to tandem with us, and of course, like I decided to give him a shot, and
To find out.
he's not quite there yet, but he will.
It's
Eli,
the nerves. It's the nerves. If I just drove,
it's
you know
a lot
what
of
it is?
pressure,
I just
I know.
need to not look in my rearview mirror.
You take that shit off.
Yeah,
dog.
as soon as
You know what I do?
That's when you freeze up.
You know what I do when we go to the mountains? I flip the mirrors in.
Yeah.
I can't see anybody behind. I just drive straight.
Yeah. And
I
then-
mean,
If
when
I
we go
wasn't
to the
looking in the
Mexican-
rearview mirror, I probably would have been okay.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Eli progressing in his driving as well. He said he was struggling throughout the day, and then eventually he got it. I can't really say much about these guys; they know what they're doing. But I'm always looking for feedback as well. I'm always looking for feedback as well, and I've been constantly looking for feedback this whole event, and all I've been hearing is like, "Oh, no complaints anywhere." So I guess that's good.
That's because you drove great. Besides your car overheating.
Well, yeah, I wish.
Overall your draw was great. Yeah, I mean your driving was great.
I wish I had more runtime. I guess we'll just leave that up to next year. Back in Oregon.
Yeah?
Alright,
But we'll-
so
Find out.
last question. The guy already left. So
Haha, for Lawrence. Was it Lawrence? Oh, was it Michael?
Michael.
how long did it take Michael to jump off the roof?
Oh! I have videos of all of that, and altogether it must have
It's
been
about
at
half an hour.
least 22 to 25 minutes long. All like he said, he was just gonna go for it.
He didn't just go for it.
He didn't.
I'll tell you why. Because
took
there
a-
was so much hype, and I had about half
took
the
a big
goddamn house
shroud.
trying to tell me how to live my life. They're like, oh, don't do it, bro. Like, this is fucking bad idea. I will say that where I was trying to jump off initially was probably not the wisest choice, and ultimately
Did be done.
jumped off. Well, yeah, of course, it could be done. Yeah.
Hold on a second. I thought
Well,
this
he was
question.
asking- he was asking me- he was asking me.
I thought this was irrelevant to drifting. That's what I heard earlier.
It's also relevant to the weekend because you know what? The end result. I jumped off the roof many times into the pool.
How did the bitch end though?
That's not how it works. You just jump off of a roof
Peace
into a
video.
pool.
Me passing.
There are not different cheers for
That
that.
was a
Just slow
bitch
it
end.
down and make it again.
Yeah.
But it was the wiser decision.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
I was the only one who jumped off of anything into anything. I don't think you get to judge.
You
and
don't
tell
know
me
that.
which-
You don't know that.
You make it seem like jumping out the
You mean
bitch
in
end
this
was,
moment,
was
yeah.
like awesome, dog.
I have fun.
So what you're saying is that if one of us were to jump off the other side that's far, we're gonna out jump you.
I mean, obviously. Also, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me one way or another. But I'm just saying.
So you're saying is you're a bitch and it doesn't matter.
What he's saying is
I'm
that
saying I
I
have fun.
jumped off the roof. It doesn't matter which end it was. I
What I'm
just
saying
jumped
is,
the
I
same
was only ever doing it to have fun, and you guys were like making it into this whole.
Nobody was making it into anything. You were standing on top of the roof for 25 fucking minutes.
Dude, the
trying to
moment-
convince yourself it's a good idea.
The moment you saw me up there, everybody started freaking out.
Well, you shouldn't have. You should have been more.
Then get the
about
fuck down.
it.
That's
You
it.
fucking
I did,
jumped
man.
out like 10 seconds in, dog.
Yeah, that's true.
You're gonna jump down. Everything's done.
I'm old, dude.
You wanted
You're 30
you
years
wanted
old,
people
man.
to pay attention
Chill.
to you.
I'm fucking old, dude. Sometimes, you know.
You wanted attention.
No.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I jumped out the roof because it was fun.
Michael, look at me.
Yeah.
You didn't want attention.
You don't have enough attention, Michael?
Oh my god. I didn't get on the goddamn roof to have attention. I got on the roof to jump off.
Really? Is that why you were sitting there for 25 minutes and be
Dude, I
like,
was sitting there for 25
I'm
minutes
gonna-
because you guys were making
I'm
the whole thing.
gonna jump and I'm gonna do things.
Hey guys, everybody look at me. I'm gonna jump off the roof.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
what he was saying.
How did that go? You
Yeah.
didn't jump.
And why
You
did you
got-
have your GoPro?
Yeah, what?
Oh, because.
Oh, I
obviously-
know why. I know why.
I do as well.
I know why.
Me too, me too, me
Teacher,
too.
please, me, pick
Me
me,
too.
pick me, pick me. Can I go?
I mean, like,
Go for
who
it.
doesn't
Alright.
want.
Go for it.
Well, basically,
I know the same thing, so it's okay.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like
Jackie.
it's the same thing. Jackie. He wanted to look all dangerous and
Bro, like.
what is it? What is the
You
other
gonna
one?
name
I'm
drop?
looking for?
That's not cool.
He wanted to look fucking mojo
Well, he
in front of this chick.
You gonna name names on camera, bro? That's
Who?
not cool.
he dropped it.
You guys are assholes.
He wanted to look mojo in front of this woman's.
Dude, I don't think jumping off of a roof into a pool as a 30-year-old is.
Unless
I'm just saying,
unless
like,
you,
it's
you
just-
send her a video right after that
That's
showing you jumping off the roof and say like, look what I did tonight.
I mean,
Well,
like,
okay.
That didn't
Hold
happen?
the fuck on.
not
Shh,
worth
shh, shh, shh.
Well, like
To be fair,
Almost
you
worth the
showed us that you sent her a video.
no. I showed you her reply, which is funny. Also, none of this is relevant, and none of it needs to be on camera, but, you know, here we are.
he wanted to
No one cares about this.
get some.
This doesn't.
I want to get some.
He's a badass.
I don't think that jumping off of the roof.
He's already getting some. It doesn't matter.
You were thinking that that's gonna get you.
That no, not at all.
Why did you jump off?
Because to have fun, it's fun.
Oh, yeah? Is that why you were recording it?
Yeah.
So why did you send you her?
Because it was part of
I'm
a.
having fun right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what
He
the
did
text
not send it to his mom on Mother's Day.
No, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I don't know how to reply yet.
She said you're a
I
dumb
sent her a
motherfucker.
video, dude, probably. I fucking sent her a video of me drifting also.
Hashtag Russian instigator.
That's what I say. Don't name names on camera. Hey,
Add
don't,
Russian
just don't do it. It's not cool.
slash down
You don't
slash
name names.
and skater.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Nah.